Hello, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? I know that Ernesto is live right now, and I feel a little bad. What's up? Wait, hang on. Let me get this right. Anbu. What? You're gonna have to help me out here. Anbu Black Op? Am I missaying that? I think I must be missaying that. Oh, I said it. Okay. Hey, Jalen. What's up, Anxious? Hello, Maggie. Shut up, Washer. God damn it. It's from Naruto. I think that's a anime thing, isn't it? I think so. I am. I'm just in a really crap mood. I hate every single time, without fail, every single time I have an amazing day on this app. There's disproportionately a crappy day that follows it. I don't know what it is. It's really just weird. It's like karma, maybe. Maybe TikTok does hate me or something. It's a way to check my ego, maybe. But it's cosmic because there's like no reason why it should always happen whenever there's a really good day on this live. And you can ask everyone in my community who's like from season 6 or earlier. We all know whenever there's a really good day, within 48 hours, 72 at most, there's going to be something really crappy that happens. And it's really frustrating. Life is just lifing. Oh, Anxious, did I not pronounce that right? Is it a boomer thing to not like anime? I just never got into it. I have my closest friend growing up was mad into anime. Just never understood it whatsoever. Dana, when you say words have power, hey Amy, when you say words of power is giving you nightmares, I feel like that's unfair. Cause in all honesty, I'm not really sure what exactly would make you have a nightmare as it pertains to this person. I'm not sure why you would be scared of this person or in any way alarmed or plagued in your nightmares by this person. And I really do feel as though you may have some internalized misogyny that you need to work on and be more supportive of your fellow women. Otherwise, I will sick Miss Misandry on you. I thought it was important to point out. Oh, Bun, I'll bring you up, but I am kind of crashing. Just in a really bad mood. What's up?
What are you? Are you okay? Are you? What were you just
Yeah, I don't
saying?
want to talk about it. I'm going to try to talk about it in the server, not live.
What were you just
Yeah, I don't
saying?
want to talk about it. I'm going to try to talk about it in the server, not live. I'm just being a whiny bitch.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Uh. I've. That was scary. Okay.
Thank you, though.
Uh. I've. That was scary. What the fuck? No,
Well,
I'm not
I
laughing.
thought that when
I'm
I had this.
petrified. I'm actually that gave me goosebumps.
Well, you don't know
It's
this
a
person, do you?
no.
I thought
Laughing.
that when
I'm
I had this.
petrified. I'm actually that gave me goosebumps.
Well, you don't know
It's
this
a
person, do you?
no. But I'd never want to see those eyes again. I promise you that.
Yeah. I feel like, honestly, words have power, and I say this in the most respectful manner possible. um, could literally do advertisements for the power of filters. Because this is who Words Have Power is. Um, and I didn't know that eyelashes were optional, but this is who they are. Yet somehow that's what a filter does. It's really impressive. Um, from just nothing, not opining on their attractiveness or looks in any way. It's just an impressive transformation. It's almost like entirely two different people from two very different eras.
Uh,
So it's just impressive. But
please,
I don't want
please,
to
it's terrifying.
focus.
Please, please.
What? What's wrong? What? What's wrong? You okay? Are you doing okay? I'm sorry. You're having a bad day, are you? It's very scary out there, I know. Let me
Please
introduce you to Words Have Power.
lay
Let
his
me
shit
tell
on
you
top.
why I brought them up. I brought them up because I was helping a family whose child had been essayed and molested. And that family had specifically asked me to share their child's story. That child was now an adult. And I won't go into the details of why it was for the family to make that decision. But the family gave me not just permission, but encouraged me to share the story in order to out the man who molested their child multiple times, including taking them into the woods and ordering them to undress no less than 2 times. And Words Have Power here is a former sheriff's officer who claims to be a victim's advocate, but clearly showed they were not because she decided that it was upon her to tell me that the victim's family did not exist, that the victim's family had not given me permission, and that they were going to find the victim's family in order to confront them, even though the victim's family had explicitly asked everyone to leave them alone. And she then went on to try to find the victim's family and at the same time defended the Schmlester. And Words Have Power here defended the Schmlester on the basis that Schmlester came forward and said that he had been Schmlested and was indicating that that could explain why he Schmlested. Which is odd because most victims advocates don't really care why someone Schmlested a child. But for some reason, Words Have Power well, we know the reason. Words Have Power just didn't like me. So because Words Have Power didn't like me, she took the side of a child molester who grew up to become a wife beater and a rapist. And the reason why I'm bringing up Words Have Power is because it did dawn on me that I need to be more specific with my language. The language here is all cops are B words, with the exception of Officer Angel. Then we're doing a rallying call for W female officers because hopefully they'll be more empathetic. But then I'm including an exclusion because not all female officers are good because Words Have Power was pro PDF. So it's a very complicated, statement with many layers.
Yeah, I'm
But I
confused.
had to add that disclaimer to be, I don't know, fulsome in my disclosure.
I mean, I think it's ACAB, including female officers. And I can explain why, but
No, 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 no. I don't necessarily disagree. I think that we can argue, though, that adding female officers can help mediate it, not fix it. as in I would prefer a police force that had more female officers in it than less, but that doesn't mean that the police force itself will become good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd only have to argue as this person is. Um, but that's just probably my own
I I,
inspection.
I do
I heavily in the ACAB, so heavy.
Yeah, I do think that
It
you
actually
can
makes me heavy.
potentially see change when the leadership is predominantly populated by people who are marginalized. I do think that is when you may be able to get change. Because I agree, there's lots of marginalized individuals in the police force, but their power is going to be stymied. But I do believe that if you're able to create more of a power structure where marginalized communities are at top, I'm hoping that will start to break down the system a bit. So
I understand that. I mean, I think the only reason why I would argue that is that when there are, people who go in with good intentions and like I can help because I'm part of these
that's
marginalized
a different
communities,
thing. Yeah. I know exactly what you
they're
mean.
just shut down and they're often like I can help because I'm part of these
That's
marginalized
a different
communities.
thing. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
They're just shut down and they're ostracized. I think that's the right word, ostracized, where they're like
It's a tough
pushed
word.
off.
Ostracized.
Ostracized, not
Yeah,
ostracized, not ostriches. No, no,
it's an annoying word. Tough
pushed
word.
off.
Ostracized.
Ostracized, not
Yeah,
ostracized, not ostriches. No, no.
it's an annoying word to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was someone on this app who I'm mutuals with, and they got really dogged on. And I don't someone on this app who I'm mutuals with, and they got really dogged on. And I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I just didn't like how they were dogged on because they were just optimistic.
Uh huh.
They were wrong. They were just optimistic.
Uh huh.
They were wrong. But like I think people in here know them, and I like them, so I don't want anyone to talk crap about them, please. But their name is Secrets, and they joined the police force because they said they wanted to make a change. And but their name is Secrets, and they joined the police force because they said they wanted to make a change. And I like when I started off as a fax repairman, I could tell you I had the exact same instinct. It's just that as a result of my education, I very quickly realized that it was impossible. But I started optimistically. Like I fully felt that the system could be changed from the inside out. And so I do think that some people are coming from a good place, but maybe just naive or optimistic, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna stay silent on this one because I've been told if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it.
Well, there's no need to talk about secrets from a personality standpoint, but from a
That's also
decision
debatable.
standpoint, well, I mean, I'm trying to get away from just people
Well,
don't like people, right?
no,
And
no, it's not
so
that I just don't like them. No, 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 no. I'm kind of getting over the to talk shit about people just because you don't like them. Some of their opinions on AI CP is very interesting, and so
So I've heard those opinions, and again, I believe I know where they're coming from, and I don't think they're coming from a bad place. And I think like that's where discussion and education and exchange ideas is positive, because I strongly believe that her end goal is to protect more children, and that she is just looking at all possible options. And I think from her standpoint, if any action leads to less children being harmed, why wouldn't we do that? And like, I understand that
the only reason
perspective,
why
even if I don't agree with
is
it, you know?
because AI is, from my understanding, even if it's made up, it's still things are being pulled from images, and
I
so there's still
understand.
children being harmed. That's my only spiel on that.
No, I understand.
But
But
I do
she's
think that
also she's also
it's
citing
probably a
studies.
deeper
Sorry, go
conversation
ahead.
that I haven't had with her. I'd say that it's probably a deeper conversation that I haven't had with her. So I'll give that the benefit of doubt.
I
But it's been something I try to stay away from.
I look. I'll say this. I don't
Also, hi Mac,
see
hi
the.
Mac, hi Mac, hello Mac. It'd
I
be
don't
rude
see
to
the.
not talk to the other woman on panel. Hello Mac.
Hey.
I don't see any utility in. I don't know. From my perspective, if people are trying to do the right thing but they have wrong opinions, I'm gonna fuck with them. Like I'm gonna be mutuals with them if you know what I mean. I
You've never seen me talk shit about her. I just
Yeah, no, but like with secrets, I guarantee if you laid out, here are the facts. We know that if you do X, Y, or Z, that there will be less children harmed. Secrets would agree to that perspective. She's just trying to be as open minded as possible, I think, is really what it comes down to. And you may disagree with her opinions,
listen.
but I
Maybe,
think she's coming from a good place.
but I'll agree with your standpoint on it and your thoughts. I can agree on that.
You were supposed to let me know when you went live, Irish.
Yeah, I was more just doing a venting live. I wasn't even going to bring anyone up. I was venting about the
And if
live.
you ever put this picture back up, I will pay you, please. Oh my
Why?
god.
Why? I think it's a great picture. I mean, I could
What
put
the
up
hell is
I could
that?
put up a picture of her partner if we want. I mean, I don't know. Everyone can make a choice.
None of those. Put up your other background that you had.
Oh, okay. So, just as a reminder, this is the ex sheriff's officer who claims to be a victim's advocate, which I don't believe, who defended a child molester, rapist, and beater of pregnant wives, all because she didn't like me. I really want to say that really clearly. She defended a child molester, rapist, and beater of pregnant women, all because she didn't like me, which is just crazy to me. And I just brought her up because I realized that my slogan yesterday, where I said W female officers, I think I should have more so said W inclusion of female officers, not that all female officers are great. Obviously, that's not the case.
I just she looks like a White Walker from Game of Thrones, and it's really disturbing me. I think we should really look into that. They might be a
As a
little.
man, I would never opine on her looks, but I respect your
No,
right
no,
to do
no.
so as
I'm
a
not
woman.
pining on her looks. I'm making an obscene observation that she looks like a White Walker. She does. Look
Uh,
at White Walker right
there's
now.
so many levels to that comment that
You
I
look
couldn't
at White
even.
Walkers right now. I'm telling you, the eye
I'm
is
watching a
there.
different live. I just want to understand why words is up there, but I need to be up here to hear you fully.
All right. The very simple answer is that I may have eyes everywhere, and I may have eyes on Maki going around talking crap his sheriff's wife. So he doesn't understand why I'm anti his pedo supporting, rapist supporting ex sheriff's wife, but I'm pro Officer Angel who's defending women against harmful men. For some reason, Maki's confused by that. So I just
I
thought since Maki's got
not
my
to
name in their
police
mouth,
you, but I think that Maki should also be in your on your background if that's the case.
Maki was in my background. I just had it up. Did you not see?
No, I think the vest picture should definitely be up there. No, the vest picture is better though, Irish.
I could not find the really good vest picture. Oh,
No, this picture, the person in the background, the guy, I've definitely seen them. Don't know where I've seen them,
that's
but I've
Maki.
definitely seen
Maki
them.
is one of these people who Maki believes that they are the height of progressivism, and Maki believes that anyone who does not agree with their political takes is a bigot or bad. But Maki is just one of these self-important morons who just don't know how to critically analyze situations and is performative in nature. And I think these performative leftists
Mine, it all clicked
are
in my brain.
dangerous.
I know exactly
Hey,
who people are.
Yeah.
I want to
What's up,
say that
Brussels?
they don't. It's like, so not all progressivism progresses like inclusively, right? Some of you are progressing towards a disease, and I just think that you need to sit with that for a moment.
Hey, excuse me, Irish.
Yeah, lay it on me, Hammer. What's up?
So about that Tommy dude,
On him.
has he even bothered to check the videos that you and Mac got on your pages?
Literally nothing. That's what's kind of crazy to me. I don't understand how he was pretending to care about women when he didn't even want to listen to the police recording, which just blows my mind. But there is a lot of people who just, they don't care. They don't care who they associate with.
So
And
like,
I don't understand it.
so like when you were in that live, that chaotic live yesterday, right? Were you trying? Did I think I came late or something? But did you offer to play the receipts on there to him?
Ernesto did. Ernesto went up with a secondary device, and Ernesto was going to play the receipts, and Bobby kept derailing, and Tommy showed no interest. Tommy at any point could have said, Bobby, please be quiet and let me hear the receipts. And Tommy did not. Tommy, in my opinion, let Bobby just railroad it and deflect.
All right.
None of them actually shut the heck up until I came on the panel and started screaming at people. It literally took me screaming at him for him to just be quiet for 2 seconds, and even then, he wouldn't still be quiet.
Yeah, you did a great job. You were very effective, and I was very surprised you were able to corral him, given the fact that like he clearly had a trigger response to women. So I was shocked in round two that you were able to corral him.
So basically, this man is just full on complicit with this. Then
Again, I feel like complicit, in my opinion, is too weak of a word. I feel like when you have been warned, go ahead. No, he did not. When I was on the panel, like what, at another time. Wow. I think he was not getting his head around the fact that in his head, he was like, I didn't drop you because you're black. And he wasn't realizing that he was dropping you because he thought that your critique, which was valid, was annoying and inconvenient. And it was only annoying and inconvenient because you're black and you were asking him not to do something. And so, like, it is frustrating to me because I really think he didn't understand that you could drop someone because they're black, but not because you have hatred towards black people, if that makes sense. You can,
Yeah, I
it's
think
the white fragility towards being asked to, like, give up
exactly.
something
You
that
know,
is hurtful.
sometimes
It's
when black
weird.
folks are critiquing you, especially white folks, we're not critiquing you because we're mad at you or we want you to be in trouble. It's because everything is a learning opportunity. And I think it's really interesting that he kept talking about how he wanted to be educated and that's why he watches Bobby's lives. So when someone was
Good
trying to
point.
educate you, you couldn't take that. And also, I'm so sorry. I get wanting to be educated, but there's so many people who talk about the border. You can find someone better. You can find someone who's not harming women, and that's not a crazy ask. And I think to um, separate knowledge from harm is dangerous because you're not learning still. You're
Hard
not
agree.
educated as you think you are.
But to
Just
me,
because
it's
you're
just a
learning doesn't mean you're actually learning.
but to me, it's a red flag. If he feels comfortable with that type of person, that suggests to me that he engages in similar conduct. Like that's the only, for me, the only rational way to understand it. To the people who are looking for the vest photo, that's the vest photo that people like to.
No! No!
You, someone said to put up Maki. Do you want me to put up the wife? Who do you want me to? I'm so
I
I'm
want you
getting.
to.
Who?
Oh!
Make a choice.
Please! Why are you doing this to
All
us?
right, hang on. I've got a nice cartoon background that you can't complain about. Jeez, you're all really picky. Hold on. I can't win with you all. All right, there we go. We'll put this up. All right,
Not
I'll
right.
make
It's so
everything.
uncomfy.
I think uh, this one is a little bit more subtle and relaxed. It's more calming. The colors make it, I don't know, it's softer or something. I do feel as though he still looks a little bit taller than what he should have been. Like he's meant to be 5'7", but AI can only go so far. Yeah, spare change would have been a good one. We can augment that moving forward. That's actually a great suggestion. If Quacky is in here, this is a group effort. Quacky created the Bobby alt on the right, and I added the other stuff. Sorry, Mac. Is I hope the addition of the Happy Meal was helpful and not hurtful. Sorry, Mac. Are you just here for the clicks and the gifts, or are you going to participate? Oh, Kind Hearts one is fantastic. Need help. 14,875,000 short. He's short in many ways. So we were thinking about expanding this background with lots of other options. I like spare change. I did think about adding a someone who's like handing over a cease and desist. I did also think about adding a flashlight, but that's contingent upon Mac not finding that triggering. We've got the Officer Angel. We've got the McDonald's. We've got the short height. We've got the mysterious man in the background. Oh my God, you forgot to add the Irish emblem. Quacky. The apple is meant to be an Irish emblem. I don't think the sloth is what you apply to him. I don't think that's part of him. Oh, I can't deal with this. I have to add the emblem. Hang on, I have to fix that. That's really irritating me now.
Check your Discord.
Okay, add spare change to that one. If you can, please, Bun. I know you were going for the clover, and the clover looks good, but like this is a famous painting. There we go. There's the Irish emblem. It has to be a circle on the man's face. Oh my God, I told her to add pimples. You're right. She left pimples off. If you can add a red mark that's clearly a pimple, an infected pimple, is that supposed to be Irish? Yeah, Son of Man is what I've always had. Any update on Sarah? Mac has to reach out to Sarah, and we'll give Sarah 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, I
And
still
if
need
Sarah,
to message her. I've been super busy today.
yeah, once Mac messages, she's got 1 to 2 days. And if she doesn't do the right thing, we'll help her do the right thing because we were being very graceful. Like, after what it is she did, like, that's crazy that she would come in with that sort of heat. Oh, yeah, if you can add a zit bun and then add just a little green booger coming out of the nose. It still doesn't feel real that he lost his big account. Hazy, I'm not believing it's real until 31 days go by.
I do think, unfortunately, it's probably more likely than not that he'll get it back. He'll get it back, sorry. But I do think it's gonna be when he does get it back,
It'll be
it's gonna
vulnerable.
be the crash out of the century on his part.
Yeah. Yeah, Ash, I also got mine back, but I'll tell you this, I always got it back within 24 hours. If anything, I always got it back within like an hour. So I'll say that that's a little weird that it's taken this long.
I just want. I tried my best.
Also, I want to say again, if you feel like your hair needs some help, guys, rosemary oil slick back. And then you wash it out and your hair's perfect. I just dried my hair, so that's why I was thinking about that. um, yeah, I've also heard it's great. It makes my hair very silky afterwards. So,
Mac, just do me a favor. Be entertaining
okay.
for 90 seconds. More entertaining
Um, so guys, okay.
for 90 seconds. More entertaining.
Um, so guys, I am almost done with this godforsaken week. www. And so yeah, I'm really happy about that because I was preparing for worst case scenario grades and I did much better than them. And then I have move outs all day long. So that sucks. What else? Oh, on
More photographs. My phone is going to collapse if it takes any more photographs. Mac, do you have that problem when you're downloading photographs while you're live?
no, I think it's just your phone.
It's weird. If I edit the photographs
Do
and
you
I
have a
download the
relatively new
photographs,
phone?
yeah, I mean, less than 2 years old. No, Bun, I can't.
Yeah, your phone's newer than mine, and mine's fine. So I don't know. Maybe it just.
I don't know what it is. It's really weird. It just can't handle being on TikTok and also editing and stuff.
I will say TikTok lives are horrible for your battery life, like longevity.
It's insane. Genuinely insane.
I
You
think
should.
my battery capacity is at like. I think the last time I checked it, it was at 80. That's
Yeah,
bad.
mine's like 70.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's like 2 years. One time and then another like 3 weeks. Crap. Oh, Bookish. Bookish for the win. Yeah, why? Has anyone checked Blue Sky? Is that where he's crashing?
Oh, I'll check right now.
That's an
So I had a
interesting one. I never thought
question.
about that. Yeah, shoot, go for it.
I just realized I have 500.
So do you suspect it was like the grifting he was doing and the asking for
I'll be honest,
dollars
I
that
don't
got
know.
him?
I really don't know. I genuinely am confused because someone said it and they're right. Dean and Parker bring it up all the time about Venmo and stuff. So that wouldn't make any sense.
He has not posted on Blue Sky in 9 days,
But also,
so he's not crashing there.
Dean and Parker get most of their gifts and a lot of their gifts on TikTok, and so TikTok gets a lot of that money. So Bobby, he doesn't get enough money for TikTok to care. They're like, actually, you're just kind of grifting on our shit, so you got to go.
Yeah, it could be. Like let's think about it. Like the only unique thing about that live, there were two things unique about the live for him. A, he was begging for money, and then B, he was cursing a lot more than he's ever cursed before.
That's true.
And I mean that may be related to it. I think there's, I agree with Mac. I'm waiting for the account to come back up again. I'm not going to get
Yeah,
excited about it. It's a momentary victory.
especially if he's never taken a ban before, he will get the account back more than likely.
Yeah, I've never seen him get a live ban. He's gotten lots of videos taken down because he's definitely alluded to that before. His account has been banned. It's a perma ban, but you can appeal it. So we're just waiting to see what happens. Which is really upsetting because maybe I should sue him for damages because technically that's my account because we proved him wrong. Right? Like, tell me, am
I
I
was gonna
crazy?
say, I was gonna say, isn't it really funny that he took us up on our offer, just not in the way that we were expecting?
Oh, I tell you, aside from today, the past 36 hours have just been something special. Like, genuinely, genuinely, genuinely special.
But
Yeah,
do be on the
I know
look.
your phone can.
It
Oh, go
can't
I
ahead,
know your
Frank.
take
phone
it.
can't take it, but also that one.
I'll
Yeah, I know your phone can't take it,
I'll
but
go
that one isn't
look.
accurate. This one's more accurate.
Okay, hang on, let
About
me
his
bring it up.
eyebrow. His eyebrow.
Oh, we never tilted his eyebrow up.
He needs the scar.
I don't. No, 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 no. I can do this. It's a great point. I have to grab his eyebrow and I have to just tilt it up at a high angle. And he's going to claim ableism. Buddy, I've got scars all over my body. You can cope.
Ableism.
Because he did say something about his eyebrow being due to a scar he has, and it's like, buddy, I've got scars, everyone. Like, just cope. Uh, Botox. No, no, no. He doesn't use Botox. It's sociopathy. He's just a crazy person.
It was due to a car accident where his eye flapped down. He's also broken his thigh bone, but never his femur.
I wonder if that eye muscle sore though.
If that what eyeball? What?
I wonder if his face muscle sore though from raising his eyebrow and stuff like that.
Well, no, he says it's not raised. He says it's a scar that permanently raises it, is what he claims. I don't really care. I just want to add it for accuracy's sake, is all.
How does one break their thigh bone but never their femur?
They don't. I think that's what Brussels' point is.
Bro, that's what he said, and I
Oh
Does
my
he strike
god.
you as a biologist or someone who knows that they're the same? I don't think he does.
mean,
We did
he's
not hear back from Sarah. Sarah messaged and sent, I think it was 5 screenshots that were clearly cropped that show her messages with 2 members of the family of Max Grapist. And then she re entered the live, said that's all we're going to get. She'll only give the remainder to the officer, then lightly mocked me and to some degree Mac, and then ghosted and ignored my email and my DM to her. Mac is going to reach out to her today and ask her to do the right thing. And if she doesn't, 2 days from now, we'll go live and we'll help her do the right thing. Because the audacity, I'm not going to let that stand.
Bookish, that's what I'm talking about. This is why a lot of this is confusing to me because I went on his Twitter, and on his Twitter, a couple days after that live with Ken, he literally put on his Twitter, "It's all men until no men." So like, I
I think he was being facetious. I did read that, and I think he was mocking the idea, not supporting the idea. At least that's what my read. But if you want to pull it up, Bun, we can ask people. I'm happy to make it the main picture because he does also. One thing I warned people in the close circle very quickly and very early on because I saw it in Bobby's very first live. Bobby will say the most egregiously stupid thing. When you correct him, his style of manipulation is to adopt what you just said and then pretend that he said it. And he does mimic you in a way that he no longer sounds stupid. So
can
if
we
you join later in the conversation, he looks like he's making sense because he's now adopted your arguments.
he loves to do that to people of color. I'm just saying. defend it and then adapt your points.
I can't respond. I support your observation.
Russell's ratio was real.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so, I mean, it's largely definition of gaslighting. I get it, where he pretends like it's his idea, for goodness sake. So he reposted and says the same MAGAs who are essing blood over protesters, holding up a burn a Tesla sign and claiming it's terrorism have no problem
Oh, you
with
want to
this. And then underneath, let me just turn off the comments just very briefly so that you can all see. Underneath it says it's all men until it's no men. I think I don't think he's saying that in a way that he means it. Whereas Bunn seems to think this is him showing he means it. Would have been 20 days after Ken's live. Any thoughts from anyone?
I
I don't even understand it, to be honest with you.
I think that you think that this is Bobby G, but it doesn't seem as if it may be or may it. I would give more
I think it's
plausible
his account.
deniability to it being a happenstance that someone else is named Bobby G
Well,
as his former employee.
the only reason why I think it's his account because when you look up his name, there's someone who's tagging him multiple times, and they're talking about him being a border patrol officer, and like he was in spaces doing things.
Yeah, I don't know how Blue Sky works, but I mean, his name on Blue Sky is Bobby G031 Tree. I will admit, I've never seen him with that
Sierra,
emoji
that's not
background.
Blue Sky. Sierra has
Oh, that's
701 follower.
Twitter. Oh, that's very likely not him then.
Yeah. I'm gonna go make more evil videos for my old.
Yeah, your videos have been prime. We're enjoying them all.
I'm only coming up
Hey,
because
Axe.
I know about Twitter Spaces and
Hmm?
Bobby's interactions with Pam Hempill. If you go on spacesdashboard.com and you type in Pam Hempill 79, you should be able to find a space where Bobby's speaking and match that with that account. And you might be able to see. I have, it's been forever
Got it.
since
Oh,
I've
I
seen Bobby's account, but he's spoken on Spaces over there before.
yeah,
Am I
that's why I found him.
am I wrong in saying that the whole Pam, what's her name, Grandma Maga or something? The Maga Grandma, is that what it was?
Pam Hemphill, in which this is a
That's the
very
Maga
long
Granny,
story. I don't
right?
think, yeah, who claims she's reformed, but she's not. She's falsely claimed one of my, well, I'm no longer friends with them, but he's black, was a creator over there on Twitter, falsely claimed that he threatened to unalive her in a space, which was false. Um, then, I mean, she's done a whole lot of shit on social media that just shows she's not reformed. So, yeah. But
Well,
you'll notice that she gets platformed by CNN and shit. Makes no sense.
tell me if I'm wrong. But basically, what Bobby's whole point with Maga Granny was that she has renounced Trump, therefore is good. And
She falsely labeled. She kept dehumanizing me as a like host over there on Spaces. Um, Back in 2022, she still shares my photo around. Like if I'm listening in on a space and claims I'm MAGA, it's all very toxic, especially when I run. So I'm a transgender person,
mhm.
and I've not just been recently trans. So like when I talk education and I try to get people to understand the perspective, sometimes they take it personal. And that's what happened with Pam. She kept misgendering me. She told my best friend Christina that I need to go get a man's name. My name is fucking Hex. And that's not my chosen name either. Like, this is just my activist name, but she
Yeah.
didn't care. So then when I told Bobby this, because I saw she kept hanging around Bobby, I'm like, Bobby, she's not reformed. He doubled down. I've even met with him in comments before in chats of other people as creators, and I'm like, why do you still support Pam Hemphill? Like, she literally falsely labeled someone who's black that it's literally a white woman crying wolf on the internet, and you believe her.
Okay,
And then you want to try to claim she's reformed. She's not. She's violent.
so I'm of the opinion that Bobby is brainless, like genuinely, really, definitely below average intelligence, right? Um, Is Bobby's defense of MAGA Granny based upon his belief that, first of all, MAGA Granny, from what I understand, likely has denounced Trump? In that way, she has reformed, in only in the sense that she does not support Trump now. I do get the sense that is true. Do we agree she does not support Trump?
Well, she's definitely come out and even she's been vocal recently regarding her pardon. Like she doesn't want to accept the
Yeah.
pardon for J6, which is great. When we're talking about her support for the Idaho dogs or the types of extremist groups in Idaho, you should look into her history. There were a lot of situations that no, like you can't just come out and then come to the left and think that the left is
That's
just
not
going
what I
to
did.
embrace
So
you.
you're doing what Bobby's
Not
doing.
saying you're doing that.
No,
That's
no,
what
no, I know,
Bobby
but
did.
that's what I want to
Yeah.
do slowly here, right? Focus the question. I do believe it's a credible claim that MAGA Granny has renounced Trump. And I think Bobby is so
I can
dumb.
acknowledge that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bobby is so dumb that Bobby thinks that because you renounce Trump, you're no longer racist, transphobic, bigoted, and evil. Is that what it is? He's conflating them? He
Well,
thinks that
that
since
I
she
don't know. I'm not
denounced Trump,
Bobby.
she must be a good
Thankfully,
person now.
thankfully, I'm not him.
I do think that's where
But
I think that's where he's really stupidly getting hung up because once I've looked into her, like she does seem to renounce Trump, but I don't understand why people don't understand. You can renounce Trump and you're very likely still going to be a bigot. You're very likely still going to be a misogynist because those are the reasons you like Trump. And so I think that's where Bobby, like, I don't understand why Bobby didn't understand that people could be happy she renounced Trump, but also upset with the fact that she's still a racist. And I think he just was not able to separate the two. Otherwise, I don't understand why he was arguing so hard in favor of her.
I would like to apologize. Not like it's
For what?
I didn't. Just for the fact that there are sort of like victims of this. I just want to apologize to them because it's shitty. I feel like people have been trying to hold Bobby accountable for fucking what since I know Crow and Arrow was one account trying back when was that a year or so ago. So like it's just shitty that people keep but like you need to start not you and no one
No, no,
here
I understand. You're
but
talking
to
generally.
anybody listening in general listen to people when they talk about harms happening because there shouldn't be this revolving door of these harms happening and it's like Bobby has a street record for days. I will make sure I only came up to address the Spaces dashboard feature. Not a lot of people know about that, and I highly encourage you try to go back and find him. I can try to. I have it pulled up now. I'm gonna see which one he speaks in, and then I can give you the account that he's active on over on Twitter
Yeah, I mean,
via
it seems
that
like
way,
that's
because
what
you can
Bun.
pull up recorded spaces via that Spaces dashboard.
Yeah, I think that's what Bun did. But if you want to reconfirm, I mean, that'd be interesting. I'm kind of curious. But uh, yeah, we appreciate you popping on up, and I'm sorry he was victimizing you. He seems to have made that his favorite thing to do on the app.
Oh, he's fucking disgusting. When I tried to ask him
Yeah.
again for it, he's like, "Oh yeah, and what? So what? So what if I support her?" Those were the kind of when I was literally saying she falsely
What are you going
labeled
to
my
do? Trying to
parents as
control
touching
me?
me. Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
gets very
It.
fragile.
He's very disgusting. So again, Mac, thank you so much for speaking up. Thank you everybody for speaking up on him. He's a very violent piece of shit.
Thanks,
Cease and
thanks,
desist that, Bobby, and let me know if anybody needs anything. You can drop me back down.
thanks. Not
You have
Mac getting the credit for everything I've done. God, this is the problem with having a semi-misandrous space. You just never get the credit as a man that you deserve. It all goes to Mac.
You look up his username and you put X Pam Hamphil. Please follow my new friend, and then it's the at. I'm planning on having him as a guest speaker to discuss the border crisis.
Yeah, he was just cloud chasing. Yeah, guys, this is a semi Missandra space. This is not a real Missandra space.
And then there's also then a picture of Bobby up.
I'll
What'd you
just
say?
let you know something hilarious. So last night, while all of this was unfolding, I had a fever of like 102. So while for some people it might have been a fever dream, for me it was actually a fever dream. More bookish. I just have like sinus issues now. You could probably hear it when I speak.
Okay, sorry about that. I was being updated that I'm being canceled on another live right now. Um, Not me reporting on Blue Sky. Sending anything. But what the hell was I about to say about Bobby?
Irish.
Yeah, it's just a common thing. This always, it's literally like clockwork. Every time I have a really good day on the app, the TikTok gods decide, nope, you shall have no joy. How dare you? You shall have no respite. Uh, so Pikachu is bringing up their old issues with me again, which is always fun. But I'm trying to think. Mac, are you asleep? Because if so, I'll drop you on now.
No, I'm not asleep. I'm just not able to talk.
Okay. Is Ernesto still live? Because if so, I may just pop
I'm
on over
playing
to
it.
his live. Sorry?
Yeah, I'm playing it.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm going to pop on over to Ernesto's live. I just wanted to vent a little bit. I think I'm good now, but I think I'll pop on over. All right. See you guys over there if you want to join. Again, Ernesto is born.ft